Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Cooking Without Pants On. Today, we're going to be starting a brand new gaming series. So this game is Killing Floor 2. You're more than likely familiar with it if you know if you're into zombie games and things like that. But this is basically, it's a zombie survival game where you play as a particular class, go to a particular map, play a number of waves. If you survive all the way through, you kill a boss, you level up. It's a super fun, really awesome game that's got a lot of unique cool things about it. So this series, what I'm going to be doing in each episode of this series is I'm going to play a full medium length map, and I'm going to play every map one time, and I'm going to try my best to collect all the collectibles on the map and get the collectible achievement, because each map has collectibles that you can find to get an achievement for. And so that's what I'm going to be doing in this. Oh gosh. And so the first mission the first one that we're doing is Airship. I'm just playing solo offline right now. And so so the very first, so we're going to be going from the top of the maps all the way down here to the bottom. Let me count them real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. There are 34 maps total, which is about how many I figured there would be. I was thinking there might have been about 30 or 32, but there's more than I thought. And this game constantly gets updated. The game gets a couple major updates every year where they add like a new map or two or something like that. So, yeah. So I think the latest map is this Dystopia 2029 map. Pretty sure, I think I have played this one, but I think it is the newest one. But so the one we're doing for this episode is Airship, and the one we will be doing next episode is the Ashwood Asylum. The Ashwood Asylum, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, it's my favorite map, and I'll explain that. I will explain that whenever we actually play it, but we'll save that for the next episode. For this first one is the Airship, so I'm gonna launch the game real quick. Yep, so this game is super fun. If you like zombie games, like if you really like the zombies mode in like Call of Duty, you'll really like this game. This game doesn't. The game does not have. I think the game does have an infinite mode, maybe, but I have never played it. So here's all the perk classes. Since there are 34 maps, I'm gonna end up playing as all of the classes multiple times, most likely. But let's see, who do I want to play as? I'm thinking maybe I want to play as whatever my lowest level class is at the time, but that could get boring because I might end up playing the same class, freaking 3 or 4 videos in a row, which can get boring. So let's just go from the top down, which means the first one we'll be playing as is the Berserker. So the Berserker is the melee class. You can see all the bonuses I get for it right here. So I get plus 16% damage with Berserker weapons. I gain a plus 6% damage resistance. I can see in the dark, and I cannot be grabbed by enemies that can grab. And this is my starting loadout. I hear my skills that I have, so I move 20% faster, and I sprint 25% faster when I'm using a perk weapon. I also regenerate 1 point of health every second. I attack 20% faster and do 20% more damage with perk weapons, and then I gain a 15% resistance to all damage. I gain additional 15% resistance to poison and sonic damage. So, Berserker is really awesome. It's just a super easy, really fun class to play as, and I still have 2 more skills to unlock, which it would either be the Smash, Massacre, or the Z-Time. Z-Time is just, this game has like a bullet time mode that you can enter into by killing enemies and things like that. It's basically I go into slow-mo. It's really awesome. So, yep, so this is wave 1 of 7. You can see in the top left how many enemies I have remaining. Oop, game lagging a little bit. So left click is a light attack. Left click is a light attack. Right click is a heavy attack. I do a lot of damage. And depending on which direction I move will change what kind of attack I do. So if I walk forward, it's an overhead slash, but if I walk backwards, it's a backwards attack, which will let me throw enemies into the air. See? If I move right, I'll swing to the right. If I move left, I'll swing to the left. I also have a pistol in case I want to use, in case I get sick and tired of meleeing enemies. Like that right there. This thing right here, this fat thing, it's called a bloat. It's basically, it's like a boomer from Left 4 Dead, because it can barf on you and it'll explode if you shoot it in the belly, which can then, yeah, it sucks. Because it won't attract other monsters to you. What it does is that it's basically a poison attack, which it'll poison you. So I'm gonna click on the autofill button to grab to fill up on ammo and armor. And so now what I can do is I'm gonna look for collectibles. So this thing right here is the collectible for this map. It's like some Tesla coil electric thing. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to. I'm gonna be looking around for these collectibles while I try to also survive at the same time. Hopefully we can find them all. I'm not opposed to replaying the map if I don't find all of them, but it's not a super huge deal because I think I already have the achievement for this level, but this is also sort of for all of you who are watching so that you know where so that you know where the locations for the collectibles are at. Don't go in there. So yeah, this map also has objectives that I can go do to earn extra money, but I'm not super worried about that since this is a medium level mission. I'm gonna have enough money to get the things that I want to get. It's not gonna be a big problem at all. And I'm also on normal too, so. And just like that, the wave is dead. I've got almost $1,000. See, I think that there's one in here, because this is also where an objective is. So usually it's a lot easier with multiple people, but since I'm just doing it by myself. I do it by myself because, or I prefer to do it by myself because the matchmaking in this game isn't bad, but I'd also want to avoid any issues that might result because of lag or, latency, people dropping the game. Because this game is one of those games where it gets more difficult with the more people that are in the game, but if somebody leaves mid-match, I don't think that the difficulty goes back down, which is troublesome, as you could probably tell. Yeah, I need to get to the freaking shop. Buy some goodies before I just... Okay. Autofill, I don't need to buy anything. I don't need to buy any new weapons yet. I know what I'm gonna get. It's called the Pulverizer. It's basically an explosive hammer. It's really awesome. It'll do insane damage to the boss.
You know what they look like? They're bleeding already.
So I attack really fast thanks to all my skills. So if you can see these silhouette things right here, these enemies are called Stalkers. They can turn invisible. Whenever my screen turns gray and we go into slow motion, that's what the Z time is. It's just this thing that can happen whenever I kill a bunch of enemies really fast. So if you can see over there, those are the last two enemies. So I'm gonna run over towards them. It's a crawler and and a slasher. So I'm gonna equip my pistol again.
Well played, not a marker.
As I look for some more. I look for more collectibles. So they're usually hidden in really bastardy. It's weird. See, here's one. They're usually hidden in random spots. But the nice thing about me being a melee class is that I never run out of ammo, so I can always use my pistol for whatever I could ever want to use it for. And then the game is also really nice because it leaves ammo boxes everywhere, which is that thing that I just picked up. And there's another one. There's another one right there. That thing. That's an ammo box. So if I ran out of grenades or pistol ammo or anything like that, I could just get more. I'm probably not going to make it to the shop in time, but I'm not super worried about that. Hey, look. I can sell this. I was still able to fill up in time, though. That's awesome. Now that I'm a level 4, we should get our first special enemies. Yeah, there's one. I don't know what that thing's exact name is, but it's a robot that shoots lasers at you. It's pretty self-explanatory. So that sound is an enemy that's called Scrake. It's basically, it's a big giant zombie that wears an apron and it has a chainsaw for an arm. Yeah, that's what it is. Just exploded on me. There's a siren right there. Yeah, so there's the Scrake. He's big and he's angry and he takes... So when the Scrake's chainsaw arm starts to glow, that means that he's entered his rage mode, which is when he'll move faster and attack faster, and it's just generally a bad time for anybody who's not experienced in this game. Is there one in here? No. Oh, there it is. Alright, only 4 more left, and I still got 3 more waves, including the boss, or 3 more waves, and then the boss wave, so technically 4 more waves. So I should be able to find it pretty easy. Of course, this is a pretty, I mean, it's a big map, but it's also not a big map. So I'll sell this. Now I can probably, now I'm gonna buy the Pulverizer. So this is the Pulverizer, big giant super hammer. If I right click with it, if I do my heavy attack with it, it will explode on the first enemy that it contacts, which is just great damage. Oh, there's one. So 5th wave, or 7. I'll show y'all what the. Oh, there's one. here's what the Pulverizer just does. Pulverizer just does a ton of damage. It's just, and that's the heavy attack. The important thing to know about sirens. If you throw a grenade or you shoot an explosive weapon at a siren right as she's screaming, she will completely nullify the explosive, which basically means that you just wasted ammo on it, which is why you have to just shoot a siren with regular bullets or melee her to death, and then use your. But then, so another nice thing about the Pulverizer is that it can stun enemies. So this thing right here is a Flesh Pound. It's the toughest major enemy. It's the toughest non-boss enemy in the game. It's the toughest non-boss enemy that you can encounter. But the nice thing to know about Flesh Pounds is that they take increased damage from explosive weapons, which is what makes the Pulverizer really good against them, as you witnessed when I two-shot him with the right click of this thing. The Pulverizer is just so amazing. Like, it's probably not the best weapon in the game. That reward probably goes to the AA-12, which is the fully automatic shotgun that the support class gets. So, oh, here you are. Oh, only one more, and I still got plenty of time to find it. That's nice. That's real nice. And I can find it. That one? Nope, that's not. I wonder if there's any part of the ship that I have not really been to yet. So you haven't really been over here at all.
All sorts of aeronautical stuff beyond your pay grade. And to do that, I need some assistance. Repair. I put them out, and you do the welding system. Right. Okay, tell me.
Yep, so that growl roar thing, that's the sound that the Flesh Pound makes when it shows up for the first time. Or when it shows up in the wave. But no, it only takes 2 hits. The Pulverizers. Super low. Oh god. Fighting on the stairs is not fun. That thing that keeps shooting fireballs at me is called a Husk. They're just a nasty little ranged enemy that I hate. And I mean, the Husk, they can shoot the fireballs at you, but they also have a suicide attack, which really sucks because that thing that can one-shot you if you're not ready for it. How fast that thing's moving, it's probably a scrape. So that gives us some time to. Right, so like I said with Flesh Pounds. Oh, there it is. Like I said with Flesh Pounds have they take bonus damage from explosives. They take bonus damage from explosives, whereas flesh pounds, or not flesh pounds, Skrakes, this guy in front of me, takes bonus damage from regular bullets. I don't know, I think he has... Let's see. Yeah, and he also has an increased resistance to explosives, as you can see, because he took less damage from the explosive shots, or the explosive hits than the flesh pound does. So I found all the collectibles. We're heading into the last wave. Now I can actually do one of the objectives, because I'm not trapped in one spot anymore. So this is awesome. So yep, now I can take in, like, now I can actually take in the map. So we're on a big airship. I have no idea where we might be, but it's raining so damn hard I can't see too far away. And so we're going into the final wave here. After this final wave, we'll be fighting the boss. The boss that we get is always random, and I know that there's at least 4 different bosses in the game that you can fight. They may have added a 5th one recently, but I'm not sure. I know I can definitely name 4 of them, but I can't name a 5th one, so I don't think so. Yeah, this isn't the only steampunk map that this game has. This game has at least one other that does not take place in an airship. It takes place on the ground. It's pretty cool. And I'm also just playing on normal, so it's not a... So, final wave. But the final wave is different than the boss wave. The boss wave happens after the final wave. So... So now this is one of the objectives you can do. It's where you gotta like water the plants in the garden. So that was most likely a Skrake and a Flesh Pound spawning at the same time, because that can happen before then it mixes their 2 sounds that they make together. So there's... Siren first. So I killed the Skrake and the Fleshman at the same time. That's pretty awesome. Jesus, it's a really good thing that it's a really good thing that I regenerate health, because I'd be so dead right now. The Berserker is probably the easiest class to play as, because you never have to use your heal. Okay.
You hit that flesh pound like you owed your money. Good work.
So reload real quick. We'll stock back up on weapons in here. We can show you all the different weapons that the Berserker has. So you can usually tell. So every class in the game has perk weapons, which, depending on which weapon you use and depending on which perk that weapon belongs to, you will gain experience for that perk class. So by using Berserker weapons, I gain Berserker experience, as you all saw when I leveled up just now. So the Krovo survival tools, the one that you spawn with, the Vlad 1000 nail gun is basically a shotgun that shoots nails. A katana, a fire axe, the Hemo clobber. It's basically the Pulverizer, but its right click is a heal, because you can hit your teammates with it and it will heal them using special gas. The HRD test launcher, I don't know what this thing is, but I think it's, with this electric eco-friendly weapon you can slay hundreds of Zeds without harming the planet. Yeah, but it looks like it shoots grenades. The static strikers, it's basically boxing gloves that shock enemies. And so then the Pulverizer, which I have right now, which you've all seen with the Pulverizer too. Okay, so we get Dr. Volter. He's probably the easiest boss in the game, especially
entertainment break.
So Dr. Volter moves really fast, and he has guns that he can shoot me with. And I can stay right here. He'll find his way to me. It won't take him very long. The nice thing about Dr. Volter, there are enemies that can, there are certain bosses that spawn other enemies, but he's one of the ones that can't. So I'm just gonna beat him real quick.
You are too afraid to come to me. I shall simply charge you down.
Yep. So, it's one of those. Okay, look, no, he does spawn enemies. But he's dead. I killed him. Yep, and so after you win the match, you get into a nice third-person perspective where you can see what it's like to when you see what your character looks like when he actually attacks enemies. And I got a nice skin from doing all that stuff. This is the after map. This is the after match map, where it shows you all your stats and things. And then, so we're not going to do it this episode, but next time we'll be going to the Ashwood Asylum. If you all enjoyed this video, then please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see more of my content. Until next time, bye!